Imagine sunlight streaming through a kaleidoscope of colors, painting the floor with patches of red, blue, and gold. Stained glass windows don't just brighten a space, they transform it. Somehow, the combination of colored glass, careful planning, and centuries-old techniques results in art that tells stories, evokes emotions, and captures our imagination. What makes stained glass so captivating? Is it the shimmer of light, the complexity of the craftsmanship, or the sense of wonder they inspire? Let's explore not just how these windows are made, but why this art form continues to fascinate us, even in an age of digital images and high-tech displays. Let's begin with a passage. Lines from a classic poem about medieval cathedrals, a place where stained glass was born and perfected. And out of darkness came dancing colors, alive in the cool hush of hallowed halls. The glass was a tapestry of ancient wonders, a silent choir of painted walls. From this poetic description, we can sense the drama and reverence people felt when they entered spaces filled with stained glass. The windows were more than decoration. They were storytelling, engineering, and spiritual theater, all at once. Stained glass has a long history, stretching back for more than 1,000 years. Originally, these windows were designed to teach, to dazzle, and to awe. But how are they actually made? Let's walk through the process, step by step. The journey of stained glass starts with sand. Ordinary silica sand is the basic ingredient of all glass. But to create the clarity and strength required for windows, the sand must be carefully selected and purified. Sometimes other materials are added, soda ash or limestone, for example, to help the sand melt at lower temperatures and to stabilize the final product. Once the raw materials are combined, the mixture is heated in a furnace to breathtaking temperatures, over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. At this point, the sand and additives transform into a molten liquid, the beginnings of glass. Now, how does this shimmering soup become a colored work of art? That's where chemistry and creativity come in. Different metal oxides are added to the molten glass to produce specific hues. Adding cobalt oxide, for example, produces a deep blue. Copper can make green. Gold results in a rich red or amber. The precise recipes for these colors were closely guarded secrets for centuries, passed down only through trusted apprenticeships. The colored glass is then formed into sheets, either by blowing it into large bubbles and slicing them open, or by simply rolling the molten glass flat. The effect is never perfectly uniform. Each sheet has subtle swirls, bubbles, and textures, which help refract the light in magical ways. At this point, the process shifts from chemistry to artistry. The ancient craftsmen and their modern counterparts begin with a design, a full-scale drawing called a cartoon. This cartoon lays out the entire window in careful detail, showing every line and color. Sometimes these cartoons were so valuable and skillfully made that they were preserved and reused for generations. Next comes the cutting. Artists lay the cartoon under the colored glass and use specialized tools to score and break the sheets along precise curves and angles. Each piece must fit perfectly with its neighbors, like a puzzle. The challenge: glass is not a forgiving material. It cannot be stretched or reshaped easily, so every cut demands patience, skill, and nerve. Where the lines and details are too fine for colored glass alone, stained glass artists use enamel paints. These are painted on, then fired in a kiln to fuse the paint permanently to the glass. This is how figures acquire faces, hands, or folds in clothing. Delicate brushwork, stabilized forever in glass. Once every piece is complete, they need to be joined into a single window. This is where lead comes in. Thin strips of flexible lead, called cames, are shaped into an H channel and wrapped around each glass segment. The network of leads supports the whole window, and the lines themselves become part of the design, defining shapes and adding contrast. With all the pieces fitted together, the joints where glass meets lead are soldered together for strength. Waterproofing putty is pushed into any small gaps. This keeps the window stable and prevents rain from seeping through. When finished, the result is surprisingly strong, able to bear its own weight and withstand the elements for centuries. Looking at the finished work, it's almost impossible to guess the sheer number of hours, sometimes even years, that go into the creation of a single stained glass window. From the sourcing of sand, to the careful mixing of color, to the final assembly and installation, this is one of the most labor-intensive art forms ever devised. So why go to all this trouble? What is it about stained glass that captures our attention across ages and cultures? Let's consider these words from a 20th century poet, reflecting on the power of colored glass. A window is a wall that lets in the sun, but a stained glass window is the sun made into story. It is fire-tamed and light made visible, a poem that glows when read with the eyes. Here, the window isn't just a practical object. It becomes a bridge between the material and the immaterial. It transforms a wall into a source of color and light, and turns ordinary sunlight into a transcendent experience. In the Middle Ages, when many people couldn't read, stained glass windows were sometimes called the poor man's Bible. Scenes from scripture and legend became visual lessons, accessible to everyone, regardless of language or literacy. But stained glass is not limited to religious spaces. Over the centuries, the craft spread to town halls, universities, private homes, and even subway stations. The motifs went beyond saints and angels, branching into allegory, heraldry, nature, and pure abstraction. The same techniques that once told epic tales in medieval churches were reimagined for Art Nouveau gardens, modern skylights, and contemporary architecture. Modern stained glass artists blend tradition and innovation. Some use ancient techniques almost unchanged, valuing the handmade, imperfect beauty that comes from working with natural materials and fire. Others experiment with new materials, laminated glass, metal foils, even LED lights hidden in the designs. No matter the era, one thing remains constant. Stained glass is about more than colored glass. It's about the interplay of light, material, and imagination. Let's reflect on a section from a famous philosophical essay about beauty and function. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. Light passing through colored glass is the visible made magical. It invites the eye to see the world not as it is, but as it could be. Stained glass windows are reminders that sometimes function and beauty come together perfectly. They let in light, but also become the source of wonder, spirituality, and storytelling, a practical reflection. Building a stained glass window is as much about engineering as it is art. These windows must withstand gravity, weather, and time. The use of lead and careful planning means that even intricate designs can last for centuries, needing repair only occasionally. In fact, some of the oldest windows in Europe have survived since the 12th century, outlasting wars, revolutions, and the buildings themselves. This resilience speaks volumes. In a world where so much seems temporary, where digital images flicker on screens and vanish, the enduring appeal of stained glass is almost paradoxical. It feels fragile, yet it is lasting. It seems ancient, yet it remains alive every time sunlight strikes colored glass and brings a new display to life. Let's consider how stained glass continues to evolve. In recent years, artists have pushed beyond traditional constraints. They use computer-based modeling to plan complex projects, or modern kilns that offer more precise control of temperatures for new effects. Mass production has made colored glass accessible to hobbyists and architects around the world. And yet, the heart of the craft has not changed. Every window is a collaboration between artist, material, and light, a partnership that can never be fully predicted or controlled. The uniqueness of each glass sheet, the quirks of natural sunlight across seasons and hours, and the viewer's own imagination all contribute to the finished effect. Even in small personal works, the same care and wonder can be found. Think of a single stained glass pane in a quiet entryway, a little jigsaw of colored sunlight tumbling across a kitchen floor. No cathedral is required, just the willingness to see a bit of magic in everyday life. As one modern artist put it, painting with glass is like catching a rainbow and holding it in your hands. The medium is unforgiving but endlessly rewarding, a balancing act between planning and happy accident. Let's reflect on this through another brief line of poetry. To build with light is to make the sun your partner and glass your canvas. Perhaps that's the essence of stained glass. The creator doesn't just shape materials, but harnesses the unpredictable brilliance of natural light. The result is never static or finished. It's living, changing minute by minute, season by season. So the next time you step past a stained glass window, large or small, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, how did someone coax such beauty from sand and fire? How did centuries of skill and curiosity combine to make this ordinary wall into a frame for sunlight and story? And perhaps you'll see, in that moment of color and glow, not just a window, but an invitation to wonder at the patience, ingenuity, and sheer artistry behind the transformative craft of stained glass.